Imagine a regular day at work, and suddenly everything changes in an instant. Meet Tsutomu Yamaguchi, a naval engineer in Hiroshima, 1945. His days were consumed with designing ships and oil tankers, his craft entirely undisturbed by the World War II raging around him. However, on August 6th, as he was wrapping up a 3-month project, an unusual sight caught his eye. A plane soared above, dropping something that was slowed by a parachute. It was an atomic bomb. In the blink of an eye, Yamaguchi was diving into a ditch, the city just 2 miles away from him becoming the target of the Enola Gay's deadly payload. The explosion sent him spiraling through the air, landing him in a potato patch. When he finally opened his eyes, the world was pitch black, a colossal cloud of dust blotting out the sun. His body was marred with severe burns and ruptured eardrums, but despite his injuries, Yamaguchi was determined to get home. In a city turned to ruins, Yamaguchi embarked on a harrowing journey back home. The once bustling Hiroshima was now a wasteland of crumbled buildings, raging fires, and streets imprinted with the shadows of vaporized bodies. Yamaguchi, his body adorned with burns and ruptured eardrums, had to navigate through this apocalyptic landscape. His destination? The miraculously standing train station, a beacon of hope amidst the desolation. His journey was fraught with peril, the most chilling of which was a river crossing where the water was thick with the charred remains of his fellow citizens. Undeterred by the horror, Yamaguchi pressed on, driven by the prospect of seeing his family again. Finally, he reached the train station, a sight that must have felt like an oasis in a desert of despair. He boarded the train, his heart heavy with the weight of his experiences, but light with the prospect of returning home to Nagasaki. In a cruel twist of fate, Yamaguchi's ordeal was far from over. Just as he was trying to explain the unthinkable happened again. Yamaguchi, bearing the visible scars of his ordeal, found himself back in the bosom of his family. His wife and daughter, initially unable to recognize the burned figure before them, were overwhelmed with relief and fear. Yet duty called, and Yamaguchi reported back to work. As he sat before his incredulous superiors, he recounted the horrifying events of Hiroshima. Despite the evidence etched onto his very skin, his words fell on skeptical ears. The idea of a single bomb causing such cataclysmic destruction seemed far-fetched, even impossible. Suddenly, in the midst of his account, the world was set ablaze once more. The sky ignited and the building crumbled around them. Yamaguchi's bandages were blown away, yet incredibly he survived again. Filled with terror for his family, he rushed home, only to find that they had been just as fortunate. In a display of unimaginable resilience, Yamaguchi had survived yet another atomic bombing. Yamaguchi, the double atomic bomb survivor, was a living testament to human resilience. After the war, Yamaguchi faced a grueling battle with radiation sickness, a silent enemy that lingered, causing intense pain and suffering. Despite the physical and emotional torment, he stood tall, a beacon of hope amid the ruins of his world. Life post-war was a series of challenges, but Yamaguchi's spirit remained unbroken. He found strength in his family, his resolve and his mission. He was not just a survivor, but a voice that echoed across the globe, advocating for nuclear disarmament. His first-hand experience of the horrors of atomic warfare made him a compelling advocate. His pleas for peace were not just words, they were a testament of his lived experience. Yamaguchi's legacy lives on. His story, a poignant reminder of the devastating power of nuclear weapons and the resilience of the human spirit. Tsutomu Yamaguchi, a man who lived through the unimaginable, spent the remainder of his life advocating for a world without nuclear weapons. Before we dive back into this incredible journey of Tsutomu Yamaguchi, we'd like to take a moment to remind you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. As we uncover more stories that need to be told, like Yamaguchi's, your support is what allows us to continue doing so. By clicking on that subscribe button, you're not just supporting us, but you're also ensuring that you don't miss out on more content like this. We appreciate each and every one of our viewers, and thank you for being part of this journey with us. Now, let's return to the remarkable life of Tsutomu Yamaguchi.